Hello, Antonis here. In this video, I wanted to talk a bit about how I approach some of the designs I make, and I quite often start in a tool called Alchemy. It really helps to generate some really basic shapes that are then transfer in 3D. So it takes only a couple of minutes to create this type of drawing in Alchemy. This was my sketch sheet for the city. I was experimenting with different shapes and then later modeled and made the city. And unfortunately I've lost the sketch that I made for these cannons, because originally I just wanted to create something. I had no ideas what I want to do. I wanted to create some epic environment. I've done a really lousy sketch that really gave me an idea about creating these huge cannons that could be placed somewhere in the South Pole, North Pole. They'll be defending the space against aliens, pew pew, all that stuff. Which I like, and I think it's a fairly original idea. I'll just drop to their website. It's called, you can read it right here, or Google it as Alchemy Art Tool. It is free, which is great. There are quite a few tutorials already on YouTube, and I'll just talk about how I use it in my particular workflow. So I've opened the Alchemy. You have two windows here, the panel window here and this guy here. And by default I start to draw with these lines, which I really don't need. And I press Ctrl N to start a new guy. So then I switch to the shapes. And this is what I really use, because you can draw with these shapes, right? And I switch, press X, I switch to white, and I start to draw with use white, and I switch to black, and I start to draw with black. So there are quite a few tools and bells and whistles in Alchemy, and I've tried few of those, and I encourage you to go and just press it and try it, and I won't really be going over them in this tutorial because I don't use them. I really like tools that are super simple, that just do their job and allow you to express yourself without being too technical. And that's why I like 3D code, because it's really so easy to use. So I really like this tool to draw these shapes because they're quite random and really fast. I wish Photoshop knew how to do this stuff. So I'm drawing some hilly landscape right now. It really helps if you think that you have a horizon line and there's stuff going on there, and there's some city with these shapes. It could be not city, but could be just rocks, right? And so you already have an environment, and okay, I'll add in some main element, and I don't really like this main element, but I cannot undo, right? So I usually save just by doing a screenshot and creating screenshots upon creations in a PSD. There is a smarter way of doing it, where you go and press save page and creates a session PDF. Again, I don't think you really need it. I like simple approach where you use you do this, you do a screen grab, drop it in Photoshop, that's it. And I use a tool called GreenShot to do screenshots. I don't remember if it's free or not. Oh, it is free. I remember I used to use some snapshot software that I actually paid for, but it turned out to be crap eventually. But let's try to draw something else. So you draw this random shapes fairly random, then you're like, oh, okay, this is a rock. We don't want a rock. This is really not working out. Okay, so I'm thinking that I'm looking from top down on land, and I think that would be a ship. Another ship. And this actually was pretty much it was the sketch I did for my cannons. Started with this, like, which really just gave me an idea that, oh, maybe it's not a ship, but maybe it's just a hole in the ground, and this is a rising cannon. And I'm like, oh wow, I can actually, if I model it and I replicate it in Keyshot, I can create somewhat a random pattern, and then I can create something what I think is original, doing this really basic sketch. So guys, I really encourage you, just jump in and try to design stuff. I think the only my own real advice here is think about the horizon line when you do this stuff. It really helps if you actually know where your horizon line is. And yeah, sketch. So because it's really easy, no, you sketch, and you think, okay, my horizon line has changed. It's here now. It's some kind of cliff right here. It might not be a cliff. It might be a man-made structure, some antennas, whatever. And now we have some spaceship piece here. In certain cases, so it can be already enough for inspiration. It's really abstract. Really gives you. It really helps your brain think. Not enough for me, to be honest, in this particular case. But maybe if I experiment a bit more, I'll come up with something that is really cool. And when I don't have any pressure, like recording a video, I can relax a little bit, then I come up with these shapes, right? And this really cool, really quick explorations of architecture that you can later implement in your designs in 3D and such. And you don't need to have that much of a skill of drawing to do those. Okay, thank you guys. So Alchemy is a great tool to try new designs if you're stuck. Check it out.